Beethoven's final complete symphony, the number 9th, the Ode to Joy, is widely considered the composer's greatest work and one of the supreme achievements in the history of music. But would it be less supreme if you find out that the famous theme might have been plagiarized? Well, only Mozart could have the true say in that. Now, which piece exactly did Beethoven take from? We're talking about the piece Misericordias Domini, which the prodigious Mozart composed at the age of 19, back in 1775. Now, we want you to listen to the theme, and tell us if you hear a resemblance here. What do you think? Borrowed? Plagiarized? Inspired? Homage? Well, one thing's for sure, it was most likely not a coincidence. The classical Mozart had a profound influence on the classical/romantic Beethoven. Historians dispute whether the two even met. Perhaps Beethoven has heard Mozart play. Both have been mentored by Haydn though. But the symphony in question was actually not the only instance where Beethoven was inspired by Mozart. First off, there's the opening of the second movement from Beethoven's Symphony No. 1 in C major, which is similar to the second movement of Mozart's Symphony No. 40 in G minor. Beethoven's song Adelaide was said to be a slight rework of the second movement of Mozart's Piano Quartet No. 1 in G minor. Beethoven possibly modeled his Piano Concerto No. 3 in C minor to Mozart's Piano Concerto No. 24 of the same key. His Quintet for Piano and Winds in E-flat on Mozart's own, his String Quartet No. 5 in A major on Mozart's String Quartet No. 18 of the same key, and his Piano Sonata No. 8, Pathétique, in C minor on Mozart's Piano Sonata No. 14 of the same key. Beethoven used as his primary theme for the first movement of his Eroica Symphony the overture of Mozart's one-act singspiel Bastio und Bastien. This little opera was unpublished when Beethoven composed this piece, though. Perhaps he heard or read it from somewhere, or perhaps both of them took it from another source. But what makes these similarities more than just coincidences are Beethoven's own writings. He copied Mozart's Symphony No. 40 in G minor in his sketchbook, where he was composing his famous Symphony No. 5 in C minor. A little bit of Mozart's Piano Concerto No. 25 in C minor could be found in the symphony as well. He was also fond of writing variations and cadenzas based on Mozart's works. For Mozart's first and third movements of his Concerto No. 20 in D minor, Se viol bala, from The Marriage of Figaro, La ci darem la mano, and Notte giorno faticar, from Don Giovanni, Ein Medtune udawai pien, and Bei Minern velciuli bopiun, from The Magic Flute. Beethoven was absorbed in Mozart during his musical training, performing his piano concertos and playing viola for his operas. He was already afraid at an early age that he would compose something, only to end up realizing that Mozart had already composed it. He wrote on a sketch leaf where he had composed a brief passage. This entire passage has been stolen from the Mozart Symphony in C. He altered the passage a little bit below and signed it Beethoven himself. What's funny about this was that the passage he was quoting couldn't even be found in any of Mozart's compositions. But the way we see plagiarism today might not be exactly the same as they do back then. Composers always borrowed not just from others, but also from themselves. Beethoven had reused a tune from his ballet, The Creatures of Prometheus, for the finale of his Eroica Symphony. A lot of them wrote variations based on another composer's theme. All this borrowing also came to bite Beethoven back. Brahms, the man who many thought would succeed Beethoven, had a theme in his Symphony No. 1 that was too similar to Beethoven's Ode to Joy theme. The conductor Hans von Bülow even called the symphony Beethoven's 10th. This kinda annoyed Brahms, who claimed that it was just a conscious homage. He did not waste his time in claiming originality, and said about the similarity, any ass could see that. Of course, none of this could put down Beethoven's final symphony. The influence of music and all of art cascades throughout history. Plagiarism is of course an issue, but it would be disingenuous to claim that one person owns all of the essence of one piece of music when it had most likely been made on the shoulders of the past.